The clouds have parted, and the water is running at Horsetail Fall in Yosemite National Park, which means the natural phenomenon commonly known as Firefall is finally making an appearance. As in years past, hundreds of people are making the trek out to Yosemite to see and photograph it for themselves. But with the recent snowfall and Yosemite's new parking policy, conditions for Firefall chasers are being called dangerous. Photographer Ryan Fitzsimons visited the park over the weekend and called the conditions treacherous and unsafe. Another photographer, Heitz, apparently a bit taller, said, "Once parked, you either have to brave trudging through thigh-deep snow for nearly a mile to get to the vantage points, or walk on the road and beg for forgiveness from the rangers, who are threatening $280 fines." Heitz decided to chance a ticket, stay on the road, then wait for 5 hours in the cold in order to keep his spot in the photo scrum. Every February, when weather conditions allow, Horsetail Fall on the eastern side of El Capitan appears to turn into a waterfall of fire and molten lava. With enough rainfall and clear skies, the lava-like effect occurs at sunset over a 2-week stretch, when the angle of the setting sun hits it just right. After a 3-year hiatus caused by the drought between 2014 and 2016, the Firefall phenomenon has been bringing in thousands of onlookers and photographers since 2017. Last year, the park required visitors to make an online reservation to see Firefall in Yosemite. This year, the national park decided to forego the reservations process and, instead, block parking on Southside Drive to manage the crowds. "We've had over 1,000 cars pile up on Southside Drive in past years, and it becomes a safety hazard," said Yosemite National Park spokesperson Jamie Richards last week. On its website, the park announced the closest parking area would be Yosemite Falls parking area, at least a mile from the closest Firefall viewpoints. Visitors wanting to see the Firefall would have to trek the final mile on foot. It was Heitz's first year attempting to see the Firefall phenomenon, and though he'd heard Northside Drive was more pedestrian-friendly, he said he knew parking and positioning over there would be hopeless. This wasn't the first year Ryan Fitzsimons made the trip from the Bay Area to Yosemite to try and capture the famed phenomenon with his camera, but he said it was the first year it felt dangerous. Fitzsimons and the fellow photographers he made the trip with from the group Escape were surprised by the conditions they were expected to hike in. He estimated there were 200 to 300 people there on Monday to see the Firefall, including people who had come from as far as India and China. Park officials are anticipating prime viewing season will last through February 20 to 24. Approximately. However, they caution that there is no guarantee visitors will catch a glimpse of the fiery mirage on any given day, and they warn people to be prepared for lots of snow if they plan to make a visit to the park. As for Fitzsimons, he says the experience was mostly positive and that all the people there to witness Firefall were courteous and were happy to make room for each other.